Okay, we've got to keep this hand. Dark Ritual, Fire's Kindling. Seems pretty sweet. This is going to be able to give us a lot of value. And the upkeep triggers on signature spells and this as well should be nice. Scry here. I think we probably need some more. 1, 2, 3. Prosper's okay, but I think maybe a bit too slow. Actually, I don't know. We need something a bit more. I think Prosper's really good long game, but Florian double adventures. My goodness, fetching. Fetch lands work really well with this actually. Garenbrick growth. I never even thought of that synergy. I like it now. Yeah, seems decent. Yeah, we'll do this. So next turn, we'll go for the Fire's Kindling, hopefully, unless they counter it for any reason. Or would it be better to go for signature spells? My god, another fetch land. Yeah, fetch lands certainly slow the game down. My goodness. It just takes up so much of your time watching people fetch. Oh, they choose to go on tapped, okay. Tap, should I say. 2 mana up. I'm suspicious now. Why the hell did they do that? Goodness me. Brazen Borrower, that would have wrecked us. I think we actually get rid of that, because if we play the Fire's Kindling or the signature spells, they're just going to bounce it. So, Volume Project, right, we have a turn to do what we want, basically. Signature spells. Nice, okay. So we get the 2 commands in the deck. Seems pretty good. So on your upkeep, we can copy a card exiled with signature spells. Nice. Hopefully they don't have any removal. They currently don't with these. I mean, that is an unsummon. I don't know. Maybe they just drew something. That would be pretty sad if they did. We keep looking at it as if they have removal. March. Oh my god. Although, they did get rid of 3 cards to do that. So can I really complain? Probably not. Let's go for Liliana then. I guess we're just going to shred their hand to pieces now.
You're telling me what... We all have things we'd rather...
Yeah, oh wow, I think that really stings. Getting rid of Wanderer and the Horn of Valhalla. Goodness me. I suppose they're going to draw more cards here, but... Okay. Right, let's see if we can get them good here. Fire's Kindling, Orthodox Thwain, discard their last card. And Alchemina's Awakening. Nice. If they get to Virtuous Strength, I guess they get triple mana, but only for basics. What kill spell do we get? Dominance. I guess that actually works. Oh, X equals 4. Oh, that's a shame. It's going to be too small for the Tamiyo's Journal. I still think we use it though. Oh no, wrong. I did the wrong thing. Or do we just go for the Lily? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't have 1 more mana. We could have gone for the Tamiyo's Journal there for free. If they protect it here, we can make them sack it with Lily. Return it to its owner's hand. Okay. Why? It's not an option. Oh my goodness, they had to return it. That's gross. I think they might regret that. They just went back 1 mana. Can we dominate the game with Fire's Kindling? Let's hope. This deck is so finicky. I don't have much hope in it, but the victories are certainly going to come a lot harder than other decks with actual win cons. Gross. They're just drawing so many cards now. 2 a turn with the Guardian Project. We can only deal with 1 thing, really. Volcanic Fallout. I guess that kills the Shepherd. Oh, okay. So... kill the Gorian. Each creature and each player. Man, this Kai's Kindling is proven to be pretty useful, I have to say. And then we can Lily again. Let's just hope... although we could just ultimate now. No, I think I'm going to risk it. I don't really want to lose her. We could have split their lands in half there.
Of your secrets.
We could have split their lands in half. Maybe go for like 2 lands in a project, or 3 lands by itself. As if they can cast this again. I feel like we've killed that so many times. Power. Do we just make them sack the Gorian, I think? Oh no, hang on a sec. This does 5 times the value of X. So if we pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 damage. Okay. Nice. And I think, yeah, now we're going to ultimate with Lily, I think. Was that the right thing to do? I don't know. I just basically didn't want them to have Gorian, so pile... yeah, 3 lands, or 2 lands in the project. Let's see what they choose. Wow, they choose 2 lands. So, I keep thinking about that last play. Would it have been better to do the ultimate first, let them choose, and then use the Crackle with power? I don't know. Interesting. All I know is they've got 2 lands now, and we've got a Lightning Bolt in hand. Stop freaking drawing cards. Okay, they've got so many cards in hand, it's crazy. And there we go, another land. Cleansing Wildfire. Lol. You can get rid of another one of their lands. Or we can go for Search and Obeka. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I think that's probably better. I love how they're going toe to toe with us though, like considering ooh, counterspell. That feels like a really good discard. Oof. And they can't do anything. Wafers? Bauble goes into the bin. Transform it. Go for Crackle again. That's crazy. Play this. Each player discards. So we're going to get 2 additional upkeeps with Kai's Kindling. That's crazy. Let's see if we can hit them. Okay. Another card. Lightning Bolt. Another card. Windfall. Although we can't cast the Windfall, can we? We've got no cards to discard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2. So it's 10 damage, right? It's got a counterspell. 2 times 5. Yeah, they could just have a counter her. Dovin's Veto. Okay. Fair enough. Ristic Study. Wow. Terrible Peaks. It's funny because we could just literally give them a card with the Ristic Study only to discard it anyway. Resolve. Decline it. That's quite funny, actually. They're like, why did they give us a card? Then we can foretell this. And then we'll make them discard. Yeah, this is just playing with them now, but Mirari's weak. They couldn't have cast it anyway, ironically. So we're not looking for lightning bolts, I guess. Although this is going to give them a card. So do I want to play it? No, actually, I'm going to be very stingy. But now they're probably going to be in a lot of trouble with the Terror of the Peaks. Another Terror of the Peaks. Wow. That's got to be doomsday for them, isn't it? 2 Terror of the Peaks. That was a crazy game. So many ups and downs there. Coming in strong into Thunder Junction is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Now, she doesn't have a cowboy hat, and she really does feel out of place in a cowboy-themed world. She doesn't really have an ability that synergizes with the rest of the set, but I suppose it makes it more thematic because I guess she's a master of time. She goes through the multiverse. I don't know if she's stronger than Teferi or not, but let's find out. In terms of the lore, anyway, this deck is interesting because we want to abuse your upkeep step. Let's see how many cards we have in the deck that trigger at the beginning of the upkeep. And the reason we're looking at this is because whenever she deals damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps. Now, it's not quite a turn, but it is the very beginning of a turn, so anything that triggers on your upkeep will duplicate. Search for Scanter lets you surveil multiple times. As Foretold lets you put more counters on, and then you can cast off for free. Same with Midnight Apparatus, very similar to that. I think some of the exciting things is Twilight Prophet, which if you have the City's Blessing, you reveal cards from the top of your deck, and you drain equal to the CMC. Remember, you have to have the City's Blessing to do that, but that can pretty much kill your opponent if you get a few triggers of that. On the upper end, we've got Virtue Persistence, which lets you res creatures from your graveyard for the 7-mana version, and Signature Spells, which is pretty hard to get off, but it basically lets you cast free spells from your deck every turn. So I really like some of these. We even have the entire Shrine package that triggers on upkeep, so Infinite Rage to deal damage. We have Night's Reach to discard, and we also have Seeing Winds to draw. So there's a lot of different themes going on here. As long as you can get her in, get a few extra triggers, is going to be good. It's a very finicky deck, and you want to increase her power to kind of boost the amount of upkeeps you get. And that's where we've got stuff like Sting, which gives her a power boost, and Haste. And we've got a couple of the swords here, and also Andurian Flame of the West, because it's just a really good power outlet. +3 power is crazy, and you get to have a couple of flyers as well. So, yeah, let's see how well the deck does. I'm not too confident in how popular it's going to be, just because playing something that requires to hit, deal damage, and then have other things that can trigger and upkeep is going to be tough. It's kind of like aggro combo in a strange way. But stay tuned. Let's see how well we can pull off some of these triggers. Don't forget as well to support the channel, like, subscribe, completely free, and tell a friend about the channel. Help me boost the channel's algorithm. Alright, I'm going to keep this, but for God's sake, why do I keep getting Cavern of Souls and Fabled Passage in my opening hand? It is a bit weird. Is a bit weird. Let's go for blue. Yeah, for some reason the game continuously prioritizes these two, and it's very frustrating. But you know what? We've got a good hand, so I have to stay optimistic. And also, Elspeth's Nightmare kills Urza. Gives him a little wet dream, not a wet dream, unless the wetness is blood from his mind. But yeah, resolving a search for a Scanter against a control player is so lovely, because once this flips, we're able to challenge a blue player's counter magic, because normally they'll want to counter your stuff most of the time. But if you're just drawing a card essentially with this, it's pretty nice. And you don't have to play magic in your turn, you can play it in theirs. Like fire with fire. They clearly have something they want to do, or telling, okay? Signature spells. We're not going to ever resolve that, I don't think. Wayfarer's Bauble. Well, this should be nice to give us a black or red source. Yeah, seems good. So the Foretold card, it could be that is either the board wipe or the counter spell, I think. It's unlikely to be the axe. There's like an axe that just deals 5, I think, or something like that. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Oh, geez. They've been spending a lot of wild cards already. It's one of the new cards from the vault. They basically did Masterpieces again, but didn't call them it. These are available in standard... Not standard, sorry. In standard boosters, but yeah. We'll see. That might be nice. Whenever another artifact 3 or greater enters, create a construct. Let's see what we're dealing with then. Huh. Oh, Oh, okay, that's gross. I suppose we'll go for Obeka. I mean, if this is the board wipe, then we lose Obeka, but at least we'll then know exactly what it is. And it means they don't go for the Urza, maybe. Okay. That was a Doomscar, yeah, as expected. Annoyingly, they're going to be able to draw 3 cards. Ooh, Ristic. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Oh, lovely, lovely. Ogre. I'm an ogre. And yeah, seems good. They're going to have to battle a Ristic Study and a Search for Escanter. It's going to be tricky. I mean, they do have 6 mana, so they can just go Reverse Engineer, pay 6, draw 3. Or actually, they can pay 4, because Improvise means tap artifacts. They could tap the Simulacrum Synthesizer. Or they're just going to go for that instead. Interesting. Do we just try and kill it now, then? They've got 2 mana up for some strange reason. And if it is a counter, we get out of their hand, but then we need to draw a card. Hey, look at that, look. Straight into the palm of my hand. Although they had the mana to pay for it. So we've got the Elspeth's Nightmare. Yes, I think, yeah, we definitely want to do this. Get rid of that bozo. Oh, because he made the spell cheaper, that's why it only costs 1, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I get you. Let's draw some cards. So we're basically top decking here, but yeah. We're not doing too bad. We've got some good support cards. Elspeth's Nightmare will be able to look into their hand and get rid of a card, which means they're going to have to draw now, really. Otherwise, we get rid of this, or draw in response, perhaps. Unless they can actually destroy this. Mind Slaver. They're going to gain control of target player during their next turn. That is actually pretty hideous, to be honest. But they do lose the Reverse Engineer, so... Oh, let's not play the Obeka because I don't want them to... I guess what we can do is just play everything out if they want to go for the Mind Slaver. 4 mana at any time, gain control. Oh, that's just hideous. What point do you think they're going to do that, though? Oh, they've introduced some really horrendous cards into this format. I think they're really playing with fire with these weirdo cards. Cards that aren't in the standard format, but printed in the standard boosters. I really want them to actually do the Mind Slaver here, because we have literally nothing. And the worst they can do is use Escanter to find nothing. But then we get a turn after. So what's it really done, you know? I think Mind Slaver only really works when I have loads of options. And currently, all they can do is Escanter and fail to find. They can get rid of the treasures, Obeka. Okay. Why are they casting? Why are they casting that? Unless they've got a kill spell. Okay, so they basically just got rid of the treasures. Mean. Mean. Sure thing. 10 mana to cast our commander. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's so disgusting. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, so that was their final card, I suppose. Okay. Well, we are going to kick them right in the shins now, as we drew an amazing card to recuperate. And if we get crackling with power, we can just annihilate them, I think. Yep, okay, fine. They played into their farewell. Makes sense. But we're going to, as I said, gain slow advantage by using the Escanter to eventually just recoup more than them. And if they're just going to go for Urza, I mean, I feel fairly safe. Anduril. I would love to know what the last card is. Palladium Mirror. Okay, I feel pretty safe. Terror of the Peaks. Nice. Well, we definitely have to go for that, don't we? And I don't think I'm going to go for Anduril just yet. I'd rather use the Escanter. If they get the other side of Urza, we are going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble, though. What happens when this flips? It becomes... Oh my god, a 6/6. Jeez. Craft with artifact. And this battlefield Miller card, then draw a card. That's such a weird... That's such a weird... The flavor's cool, though. It's like an icicle that crashes down. And then becomes a 6/6. Is this the craft deck I made? This looks a lot like the craft... Oh, no. No, it's not, because I've got all these new things. Unless they just added stuff. But yeah, it just feels... Okay, let's just... There's no point in us doing this in response, really, but okay, that's not too good. If we get another Terror of the Peaks, it would be nice. Tax. You may tap or untap artifact or creature. Okay, fine. How much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage to any target. Wow, okay. Submit 0, and... Let me just kill this. Swing for 5. Now, I am playing with literal fire here, because as I said, if they top deck the other half of this, we are in a bit of trouble. Midnight Clock. Okay, fine. We should be a little bit safe. They can put 2 counters on here, but... It's going to be a little while till they can flip that. And we get another Terror of the Peaks. Oh my goodness. I think that's probably going to be it for them. Also, we get a Midnight Clock. 2 terrors. The Lord of the Rings, the 2 terrors. Take out Urza. So even if they do draw 7 cards at this point, I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from this. Okay. 3. I think it's going to be too late by then, really. Yeah, what can we do? Yeah, I think we get him in our next turn, because we can deal... Currently, we can deal 11 damage, and then the Kindling gives us another damage spell. Yeah, holy crap. Who would have thought that Terror of the Peaks would have won us the game there? It's a shame we couldn't really get Obeka out and keep her alive, but yeah, it was just too difficult. It's really difficult. I'm going to quickly interrupt this video to tell you this video is not sponsored, and because of that, the channel does need help from people like you. So if you do want to support the channel in your own way, you can like and subscribe, which is completely free. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can donate to the channel via my Ko-fi link below, or become a channel patron. And if you become a channel patron, you can get a custom video of your choice. Check out the details below. Okay, this is very risky, but I've already mulliganed. I don't want to lose a card, and we do have access to Power Word Kill to kill the Jan Jansen, so okay, that was lucky. We should be okay now. Although they do get to cast him, it's going to be annoying. Sacrifice, okay. Oh, so we'll keep up the Power Word Kill. He's a very high value target, so we have to be careful. Sanguine Brushstroke, okay, whenever stuff dies. No artifacts, creatures, but that is a blood token, I guess. Let's see how we do here. It really doesn't matter what we choose because they don't have counter spells. Although that does give us the mana required to go for the Kalane, so that actually kind of worked out randomly. 5 mana now. They're bound to have some removal as well, so is it going to be safe to go for the Bone Horde? I don't really know. They do need a red source though, so if we kill the Signet, they can't cast it. And really randomly, we have a blocker for the cat, so that worked out quite well. We've got no upkeep triggers. Could go for the dinosaur, but it probably dies. So I'm happy to just go for the Ristic, I think. We do need some quite a bit of mana on our side as well. Because weirdly, we don't really have anything that synergizes with our commander right now. So we're just digging for something that will work with her. This is why it's a really tough deck, because by herself, she really does zero. And considering she is one of the most popular... Oh, gross. So whenever they lose a creature, we lose a creature. Well, I think I'm going to kill the Blood Artist in response. Because we definitely want to kill that anyway. And the draining on that is going to be annoying. Interesting take on their deck. They've gone for more of an aristocrat build. Definitely interesting. 5 mana open. Very dangerous with the Grave Pact. Very dangerous. I really want to play this, but is it just going to die? Maybe. Maybe we just do it. See what happens. At least we've got one creature to kind of buff a sack effect. Unless, of course, they use a card which sacrifices a creature to kill one of ours, and we lose both of our guys, which is a real shame. Keeping him alive is going to be important because he lets us create dinosaurs if we play a land exiled with him. Yeah, this guy's pretty powerful. He's got a funny, like, dorky face. He looks kind of like a derpy dinosaur. Ugh, Yawgmoth, gross. So yeah, now they can just kill both of our creatures, which is a real shame. Yeah, that's really bad, and they also drain as well a lot. Yeah, whenever they sack, man, that sucks. I really don't know how we're gonna deal with these guys. I suppose we just immediately need removal for Yawgmoth, don't we? But they had literal god hand setting this stuff up. Gross, absolutely gross. And Jury as well. What removal did we have? Well, we've already used the power word kill. Real shame. And swing for 3. Okay. And another creature as well. My goodness. Molten Collapse. Well, there's an answer for Yawgmoth at least. Okay, I feel like it should be pretty decent. If we descended, we can destroy something. So we might as well descend. I think we'll go for another blue source. Because Kamina's Awakening. Take a bit of damage doing that, but... So we'll kill the Yawgmoth and we'll kill the blood. Getting rid of the blood randomly as well is quite nice because then they can't get 2 treasures from it. Or sorry, it's going to be 2 creatures from it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And what would... Do they really want to sack something in response here? That feels kind of crazy. What's the purpose? Just to draw some cards, I guess. And I think I'm going to abrade the Jury as well, because otherwise that just gets too big to deal with. So we've essentially wiped out their entire field, which I'm pretty happy about. And they only have 4 to 5 raw mana anyway, so yeah, killing these guys is pretty lucky. Okay. I'm trying to think of a way to save Jury, but I don't think they can. Sacrifice another creature. Cannot sacrifice himself to put a counter on this. Okay, yeah, that worked out really well. 3 damage takes us to 14. Then that resolves, killing 2 things. Trigger goes off, nothing dies. Then we can go for the Charming Scoundrel. And I think we'll just create a treasure. Let's see how this goes. We can also swing in, why not? Pretty good for a 2 mana card with a lot of words on it. So what are we worried about now? I guess Jan Jansen looping artifacts. Second artifacts to create treasure, second thing to log in with bar, only cult and vault. So if they pay the 1 here, they will still have enough for the Jan Jansen, but not to pay for the Jan Jansen. So we will draw a card here. Nice. So we're just looking for more removal, basically. Thoughtseize, don't really want to use that, to be honest. Not with our life total being so low, but we shall see. What does he make? Colorless. So the sword won't actually be able to get through very easily. This Sanguine Brushstroke is going to take us out, I think. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is very deadly. Sacrifice it to make 2 treasures, just to kill that 1/1. Okay, fair enough. Command Tower. So they can Grave Pact anything. 4, 5, 6, 7. Sword, and I guess we'll give a Kumina's Awakening. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have the City's Blessing, which means they will not draw. And obviously this is really, really nice with Obeka, because if we get double, triple triggers with it, we can draw additional cards. Now we just have the issue of staying alive, which feels quite unlikely, but we'll see. Lolth. So we really did not want to see a Planeswalker here. Jeez, so much synergy. Literally everything they do does something. I don't think there's any chance of returning from this one, unfortunately. Especially not with, like, if we kill these things, we get drained 1 as well.
And I, the generous one.
They keep getting rid of attackers to get treasures. I don't know. Don't know how to feel about that. Swiftfoot Boots. Menace Reach. Why are these glowing? I don't really know. Yeah, this was probably a mistake, actually. Although we have Menace as well. So I suppose this is just a way to get rid of the 2 spiders. Oh, I really wish that was protection from black. Okay, let's just see what's in their hand. I really don't think we're going to be able to win this one, sadly. Tenacious Underdog, okay. And they're holding priority for some strange reason. I think we just have to threaten the Lolth, because essentially we will be doing 2 damage to it because they're going to double block. And then she gets... Oh, actually, no, they won't. They actually go up loyalty, don't they? Yeah. That's a real shame. And then we lose our creature because of the Grave Pact. My god. I don't think there's any way we could have won this, to be honest.
We will slay
Think
our enemies.
we might... Will we get 1 more turn? We'll see. We'll just see what the next draw is. And then go from there. My god, this deck is hard to pilot. Anointed Procession, that is definitely not what you want to see. So now they can sacrifice and get 4 spiders. Oh my god. Yeah. So I think if we get... I don't know how to get out of this. Even like a River's Rebuke would be nice, but... Jeez, 6 constructs. Land and a land. Well, wasn't that friggin' fantastic? Wasn't that just a nice amount of land to get? We really got screwed over there. Look at the synergy they had. Oh, and another thing. Cool. We'll call that. Absolutely destroyed by an amazingly synergistic Chan Jansen deck there. So yeah, I had a lot of games with Obeka. It must have been about 20 plus. And how do I feel about it? My God, it's painful. It really is painful. And I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of things that happen that kind of made me just really dislike this card. The first weird thing that kept happening is that the shuffler kept giving me Cavern of Souls and Fabled Passage in my starting hand. So many games had them. That's the first weird thing. Secondly, I think this definitely needs a bit more refining. The upkeep triggers you get, although you double them, they just feel so slow without a beaker. Without a beaker, you're basically saying everything in your deck has negative speed because you're not doing anything. And if you never do anything in your end step, then you're basically playing a turn or two behind. I know that's a weird thing to say, but that's what it feels like. You play a thing, it happens in your next turn. If they kill the thing, you've just basically not done anything. Getting combat damage in these days is nigh impossible. It is intensely hard to get that combat damage in. So I've probably not built it to be aggressive enough. Probably not enough removal. I think you need a hell of a lot more removal. But yeah, getting the triggers off with this is such a nightmare. I've got a friend in real life, Elliot. He made this in paper and it was bonkers. But I think in 4-player Commander, you probably get a bit more leeway. People just don't hit you every turn. But in 1v1, this really sucks. The fact it's 4 mana to cast and then turn 5 you're hitting for the first time. That is so slow in a format that wins on turn 5. You know, even with the best support in the format, it's really painfully slow. And I did have some fun moments in the recordings, but my God, it was few and far between. I would actually say probably, especially if you're new to the game, avoid this at all costs. I mean, I've been playing the game for, my God, 14 years, and it's a struggle. Like, it's a great, unique concept. I just don't think it's there in 1v1 Historic Brawl. I think in Commander, definitely do it. Definitely do it. And that's partly why I did this video, because she's like got so many decks on EDH Rec. She's hugely popular, and her ceiling is mega high, but I think her floor is so low. You know, if you don't have many creatures in the deck as well, it's how many creatures do we have? 10. You ain't gonna win with combat, and you ain't gonna win any other way. I think it gets brownie points for being unique, but it then loses a lot of points for just being painfully slow. And that's me speaking as a Historic Brawl 1v1 pseudo competitive player. Yeah, that's just my perspective. There may be some of you out there who's saying this is absolutely fantastic, but yeah, quite weird, because normally the top played card of a new set is utterly busted like a Traxxer. So I guess I'm happy that the top most played card from the new set is something a bit weird and hard to master. But yeah, give it a go, I guess, if you're absolutely insane. And like me, you want to experiment and try new things out. The deck list will be in the description below. If you've played the game a while, yeah, probably give it a go. But as I said, if you're new to the game, I would probably not craft this. Just save your rare wildcard for something a bit more fun, a bit more, overtly powerful, rather than something that's hidden behind so many barriers of entry. And yeah, support the channel, like and subscribe. Tell a friend about the channel. That really helps. Completely free, of course. If you do want to go beyond, you can also donate to the channel via Ko-fi or Patreon, where you get a custom video of your choice. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.